My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. It is a sad day, a sad time in fandom. It really is. The passing of Bernard Cribbins, I think, really hurt. Really genuinely hurt us. We had the passing of David Warner a few days ago as well. Very sad. So last night when I was doing my live stream, I gave an impromptu eulogy for him, and I thought I'll clip it out and post it here because I think it's this isn't really for the clicks, although I like the clicks. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to lie to you, right? It's really, I just think it's wrong to have a channel such as mine, a very Doctor Who channel, lover of British culture, which I think I do. I really do like British culture, without marking his passing in some way, somewhere else. He's been a major figure in my life and my generation's life. So, I think it's worth speaking about. It's worth speaking about for a few minutes. So this is not a long video, right? This is not a long video. You don't have to buckle up and get your popcorn ready. This is a reasonably length video. I'm also going to be looking at some of the memorials, eulogies posted online, which I thought were from Doctor Who personalities. There's a Doctor Who channel, which I thought were particularly nice, right? I thought were absolutely particularly sweet. Right, before we get into it, I know this feels a bit trite, right? Ask you to like, share, and subscribe. Hi, can you like, share, and subscribe? I really do. Although, Bernard Cribbins, one of the things we loved about him, he wasn't shy of selling a record or two, right? He wasn't shy of being able to sell himself. And we liked buying it because he just seemed so happy. It made us happy, and it made us happy to buy it. So in the same breath, can you like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Please let me know what you think. Put your memories up there. Like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up my Substack, sign up my page stuff. Yes, do it in memory of Bernard Cribbins, the great Bernard Cribbins. Listen, I'll use anything, mate. I'll use anything. That's me. Put your like, share, subscribe, comment. Fine. Let's have a look at a couple of things posted before we get into what I said last night. Lovely picture. John Barrowman and Doctor Who cast remember national treasure Bernard Cribbins. So, John Barrowman, apparently not cancelled anymore, okay? For some reason, that's him, John Barrowman on stage with Bernard Cribbins. He wrote, when I started my career in 1989 in Anything Goes, Bernard Cribbins was by my side as a gracious co-star. Yeah, that's something I always loved about him, right? Like, when he always talked about the people, the production team, especially the Doctor Who production team, he would mention everybody, the runners, and the Julie Gardner, right? He would mention everybody. Everybody was important. You never got a feeling that he looked at big people and little people, right? He didn't look at things that way. Was my must say as a gracious co-star, but also as a teacher and a mentor, showing me the subtleties of comic timing and stagecraft. That's something that's really going to be missed, right? I mean, yes, it's the comic timing and stagecraft. He's fantastic at it, like an absolute master at it. Not to mention where to get the best fish and chips and custard cream donuts in Soho on two show days. Okay. Let us know. And a toffee eating competition just before we would go on stage. Bernie was a true entertainer. See, this is why I think he connects really nicely with John Barrowman, right? Because John Barrowman is such a true entertainer, right? That's why I found his cancellation so painful, right? Because he's such a gregarious, true entertainer that just loves making people happy, which I think I got the same vibe out of Bernard Cribbins. And I told you before we would go on stage, but Bernard was a true entertainer and with a glorious career that many could only dream of. Every show I landed when I received my MBE, or if it was an article in the news paper. Every show I landed, when I received my MBE, or if it was just an article in a newspaper he read that mentioned me, he picked up the phone and would chat and congratulate me and give his insight on what it was to be celebrated or navigated. What that means? Bernard Cribbins was a friend and part of our Doctor Who family. Yes. And I say, John, mate, you are part of that family too, right? You really are. I mean, we were all there with you in the watch-alongs, right? And you were there with us. I don't think any cancellation will ever take that, and the pain it's causes me pain, right? On a genuine level. I'm shedding tears. Bernard Cribbins was a friend of Part Dog family and a national treasure. Yes, I am shedding tears as I write this. I believe you. I will miss you and our phone calls. Love you, Bernie. R.I.P. and genuinely rest in peace. Bernard Cribbins, OBE. Right? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Then Rusty Davis, look at this picture he put in. It's so Bernard Cribbins, right? Bernard Cribbins, 1928 to 2022. I love this man. I love him. I love him. That's him as Snout in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Yeah, he had such a wonderful, varied career. Do you fancy doing some Shakespeare, Bernard? Let me see the script. He knew everyone. He talked about the Beatles and David Niven, and how he once sat on the stairs at a party impersonating Burkles with T.H. White. I have no idea who that is. Okay. Then he had, I said to Ashley Banjo last week, I love being in Doctor Who. He said, children are calling me granddad in the street. It's his first day on location with Kylie Minogue. All eyes were on Kylie, but Bernard turned up with a suitcase full of props just in case, including a rubber chicken. Really? What an actor! It really was, right? I mean, those scenes with him and David Tennant, and when David Tennant regenerated. Yeah, so what an actor. Was it? Really though, what a wonderful actor. We took him to the TV Choice Awards and set him up on his own to collect the award, and the entire room stood and cheered. Yes, what a lovely memory. He'd phone up and say, I've got an idea. What if I attack a Dalek with a paintball gun? Yes, that was his idea. That's lovely. Okay, Bernard, in it went. He loved Gil with all his heart. Who's Gil? He mentioned her it must be his wife, I guess. Mentioned her every conversation we ever had. A love for the ages. I'm so lucky to have known him, and that's the overwhelming response. I'm so lucky to have known him. Right? Thanks for everything, my old soldier. A legend has left the world, and he has. It's really, really sad. This has nothing to do with it. Okay, is there anybody else here? I don't think so. But look, they've been coming in, all day. Actor writer Mark Tressers. There was no one quite like Bernard Cribbins, a gifted comic actor, with incredible seam of pathos and real heart. Yes, absolutely. Completely. BBC put something out. Georgia Tennant, who's the daughter of the Fifth Doctor, wrote, from Sellers to Starlton, Wombles to Wilf, I once gushed about his lovely performance in Hammer's She. He was in that. I forgot about that. And he went off to play five-a-side, almost 90. Almost age 90. Yeah, look, Bernard Cribbins, we love you. We do love you. Floella Benjamin. I adored working with Bernard Cribbins back in the 80s. Man, Floella Benjamin. Man, you set my heart aflutter, darling. Yeah, I'm only flesh and blood. What do you want out of me? He was creative genius, great storyteller. He knew how to communicate with an audience. He has left a lasting legacy. That is very true. Elaine Page, I'm so sad my dear pal Bernard Cribbins has died. We met on Anything Goes and kept our friendship over 33. That's what everybody says. I met him one thing and we kept our relationship ever since. A very special man with many talents, funny, kind, genuine, and had a smile on his face. Always had a smile on his face and a quip. Yeah, what a wonderful way to be remembered. One of the good guys. I will miss him very much. Yeah, listen, I think you're echoing. Oh, we can go on and on, Tim. Right? I think you're echoing exactly what we all felt. We really are. Fine. Let me hand over to me from last night. I'll tell you, and you'll hear my thoughts in the moment. All I can say, Bernard Cribbins, it was an honor and a privilege for us as an audience. Right? It really was. It was an honor and a privilege for us in the audience. You will be greatly missed. I hope the rest that you have now is equal to all the joy, right? Equal to all the joy. You had every bit of joy you gave everybody over your years, over your 93 years. add up all that joy, all that happiness, right? And I hope that's what you're experiencing right now. I hope that's what you're experiencing right now in one. Oh man, this is totally frozen. I hope that you're experiencing one now in one. In one wonderful way or another. Let me hand over to me from last night. To all of us, I think we're all feeling a little bit closer today. It's always a way. It's always a way when when a group of people lose a loved one, right? Which is what I feel that Doctor Who fandom, maybe Britain itself is feeling. They maybe the wider world, right? With the loss of Bernard Cribbins. Now, look, it was very. I don't want to diminish the loss of David Warder, right? It was very sad, but Bernard Cribbins, get you right in the heart. Now, why is that? Right? Why is Bernard Cribbins so beloved? Right? It's a good question, right? It's a good question. I'm gonna say the same thing I said at my grandmother's 90th birthday, which I mean, she's been dead a few years now, so it's a good few years before then, right? I was like this. It actually worked out better for my grandmother, because she died in the right week when we read we serialized the Bible, the Old Testament. We read a bit of it every Sabbath, right? So the bit that we were reading for her, actually, I'll see if I can pull out something for Bernard Cribbins. I'll look up this week's one and see if I can pull out something for more for Bernard Cribbins. But the bit that we were reading for her, it was coming towards the end of the book of Deuteronomy. What does Deuteronomy mean? I don't know. You get a Ronomy and then you get two of them. It's a Deuteronomy. And it's a Deuteronomy with a D, not a J. It's very confusing. We call it Devarim, right? So basically there's 4 books of the Torah of the Bible. And then Moses writes this last one, and God says, that is so good. That is so good. We're going to make that a book of the Bible, right? That's going to be one of the 5 books of Moses. He says, I was wondering when we're going to get the 5th, because we got the 4, finished with the 4. Wondering when number 5 was going to come out. It was like, Game of Thrones 5. What happened to it, right? Moses was like to God, you actually wrote your fan fiction, Moses. Your fan fiction actually gets made canonized, literally. Right, that's the book we're reading. Anyway, so it's basically him delivering a eulogy just before he dies. Right, mainly it's a polemic against idolatry. Right, which is more of a believing there is anything other than God. Right. In Judaism, we very much believe God is like the force, right? It surrounds us, it penetrates us, it binds the universe together. We just think it's a feeling and thinking being, right? That actually exists on, and it's also we exist within God, and God exists within us. It's a very weird symbiotic relationship. Anyway. Well, I was talking about Bernard. Yeah, so why is he so beloved? So Moses is giving his big death speech, right? And then he has to sum it all up in one word, right? When he gets to the last thing, he has to sum everything up in one thing, right? And in English, he says the bottom line is this. The bottom line is choose life. Choose life. And that's basically the only choice there is in life, right? Do you choose life? Do you choose death, right? Do you choose to go the extra mile? Do you choose to take it easy, right? Do you choose to live? Do you choose to sleep, right? Do you choose to do like what is good, or do you choose to do what makes you good, right? But there's always a joy with choosing life, right? So I think that's what it is with Bernard Cribbins. He always strikes me as somebody who I feel his personality came out through his work, right? He's a very talented gentleman, right? But I feel his personality very much came out, and that's just a real care and exuberance for others, for the world around him, right? I think he's somebody who chose life, right? And I think that's why he's beloved. I really do. So in Judaism, what's happening to him now? Or when did he pass away? essentially it's like this, right? When you die, it's a lot of the general stuff we believe it, right? You floating above your body, we believe it. Actually, the best representation of it is in the movie what dreams may come. That is actually portraying Jewish philosophy on what it's like to die and be dead. It really is. It really is. It misses out the judgment part, but other than that, it's I mean, I guess the judgment part happens like automatically because he's judged because he wakes up, Roman Williams. But anyway, so firstly, your body freaks out a little, your soul freaks out a little bit because it's not anchored in physical space, right? And then it goes to the light. Go to the light. That's always a good idea. Go to the light, right? Unless you don't want to die. But you should go to the light. And then the light is essentially, God's presence, right? When you experience your entire life, right, and you see when you do have those choices, and they mattered, right? And it may have been tiny things. Do you give that extra bit of charity? Do you give that guy the guy busking a coin, or do you move on, right? Do you do that small act of kindness or not, right? Do you go that extra mile or not, right? So that's what I think you're judged on, right? And also how much joy you brought into the world. So there's a thing in the Talmud, which is it's a track. It's like a codification of Jewish law, but it's more than that, right? So there's a bit in it where it talks about they wanted, what was it? Some rabbis, I think, meet a dead person or something. It was something like that, or spirit or something. And he wanted to know. Oh no, it was like Eliyahu Navi. Was it Elijah the prophet? In the spectral form. And he wanted to know who is guaranteed to have that light, that godly light in the coming days. In their world to come, right? Who's guaranteed to pass the day of judgment, right? And they go and they point to this pious man, this pious businessman, this rabbi. He goes, no, and he points to the marketplace, and there's a couple of people there putting on a bit of a show, like busking, making people laugh, right? And it says those two. Right, those two. They go straight into heaven, right? Straight into bloody heaven. I very much think we are. I think of Bernard Cribbins when I think of that story now, right? Because that's the sort of person who I believe is walking straight into heaven. I hope he has a divine rest.